good. So I'll go here. Tom Crawford and Kerry Keyton. Coach Keyton and Crawford here on the Crawford Podcasting Network. Sunday afternoon here at Grand Traverse Pie Company, corner of Hagedorn and Grand River. This is Tom Stroh from Michigan State University, where this fine young lad played football for George Perlis in the late 80s. He's a football savant. He watched a lot of college football this weekend. I just got back from Indy a couple hours ago. Michigan won their third consecutive Big Ten championship, 13-0. I don't care how you slice it, 13-0 is not a bad day's work, bad season's work for the Wolverines. So, and then you get home and announcement of the college football playoff. We knew this was going to be a train wreck when Georgia beat Alabama, and this guy was fantasizing about chaos. You got a good amount of chaos. You probably wanted more chaos.
If I could, well, the fact that FSU won made chaos because
that did make chaos.
Because they won with they got the
so they didn't get enough style points.
Right. But if they'd have lost, it would have made it even easier for them. But because they won, it made it hard on them. And
right.
All that good stuff. So
yeah, but I mean, that's what makes college football is a passion. I feel bad for Florida State,
sure,
but I understand that you're trying to pick the four best teams, and I think they got that. Alabama looked good in the back end of the season. I saw them play. I think it was South Florida early in the year. They didn't look very good. And my God, at 4th and 31, they beat a 6-5 Auburn team. I realized it was a rival game last week. We talked about that last week. But they're in. And this is an opportunity for Michigan to take on an Alabama, maybe not a vintage Alabama team, but a really good Alabama team to get that monkey off the back about beating an SEC team. And the SEC had to have somebody in, right? That Georgia,
I mean, in Alabama, in the perfect.
Tandem?
I had posted on Facebook like
he's opinionated
what it should be. And I guess you could have flopped Washington and Michigan based on strength of schedule and that kind of stuff, whatever. But Washington, Michigan, Texas, Florida State, and Texas, because that's what everybody was rated.
Right.
Those were the rankings.
Yeah.
They won. Everybody won. Texas won. That's what it, in my opinion, that's what it should have been, because that you're asking. They did everything they were supposed. Texas, well, you better go in there and beat Oklahoma State to death. Well, they just hung half 100 on them. They did their job. Florida State, you got to win. You're 13-0. You're a Power 5 undefeated champion. They did what they're supposed to do.
But you have to win with style points, because keep in mind this Louisville team. They got beat by Kentucky last week. A team that in Louisville, a team that Alabama drilled just a few weeks ago. So, and I know that transitive property. I mean, you can use all these evaluations of how the four best. And thank God we're going to 12 teams, because everybody says, well, that will be the same thing between 12 and 13. Somebody's left out. Yeah, but for the 13th ranked team, you screwed up. You screwed up at some point. Whereas 4 and 5, Florida State didn't screw up. They didn't lose a game and they got hosed. But anyway,
but that's what I had said it should be. But then I said what it will be, and exactly what I said it will be was what it will be with Texas and Alabama, because they beat Georgia. So it's unfortunate, because when you're told to do something and you do it, and then you get penalized for doing it.
You lose your first and second string quarterback. Now their backup quarterback was going to be probably back
for the bowl game.
So there was that projection of that, but still they got penalized for an injury. That's unfortunate.
I don't like that, but whatever it is. And like you said, you're going to go to 12. All it is next year is going to be more blowouts in the first round, because then all these teams that had no business in the playoff are going to go play.
Well,
teams
you got your top four get a bye,
right?
Okay.
But then the other one's still going to smash the other teams.
We say that in the NCAA tournament.
Well, no, but see, that's the thing though. This is not basketball. All these teams, like right now, Alabama has a month to prepare. Michigan has a month to prepare. All these teams have a month to prepare for. I mean, not the lesser bowls, but whatnot. Next year, the first round games are right after these championship games.
That's true.
Ain't no more. I get to rest up, and because if you're trying to win a Big Ten championship, you're going to be playing who?
Yeah.
Your best players. Now, if you win, you'll probably get a bye. But the other team, you're going to play that next week against somebody, and whoever you're playing against, they got 1 week to prepare. No, you're not getting ready. Those sub-level teams, the Liberties, and they're not getting ready for.
I don't think Liberty's going to be
Georgia.
I don't think Liberty's going to be in the CFP. Well, there's one group of 5.
Well, they made it. They made it this year.
Yeah.
They're going to play Oregon in the Fiesta Bowl.
Oh yeah, I haven't even seen those.
Yeah, they're the 11th. Or not the 11th.
They're the
but
group of
highest,
5 team.
They're the highest.
Yeah, that's
team.
what Toledo should have done if they had lost to Miami.
Right.
Yeah, they lost.
They beat
to Miami.
SMU, but SMU was right underneath it.
Right.
So they're going to go play Oregon, and if Oregon
luck
plays
with
all
that.
their players,
That's just it.
that's the thing. Now at
Yeah.
this point, like who's going to play?
Well, and that used to bother me, but
Oh, it doesn't bother me
it
anymore.
doesn't bother me anymore because what you're doing is a great opportunity for your younger guys who are going to be back next year to play.
It bothers me only in the aspect like I love football, so I want
Yeah.
to play. But when like
you can still play if you want to play.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying when you have millions of dollars at stake, if you're going to be a first round draft pick, that kind of stuff, because obviously I don't like Michigan at all, but I really like
Obviously.
Jake. I like Jake Butt, and when he hurt himself, that really bothered me because.
And you like Zach Zinter.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I like all those.
quick story about Zach Zenner. I posted about this, and Harbaugh talked about it in the post-game press. This guy flew down there. He vowed after surgery. He had surgery last Saturday night. He broke 2 bones.
Yeah, major. Yeah, I don't know how he made that trip.
Yeah, okay. And so he traveled down. He was in pain
Had to be.
on
Yeah,
Friday
drug
just
him up.
to move him around to track.
Yeah.
He went through a lot of pain Friday to be there. He took crutches. He's out there at that coin toss, and big old smile coming out of the tunnel being wheeled out. So those are the stories I like to talk about. College football, I gravitate towards. I post about, not this in your face.
Well, that's because that's what college football, like high school football, is all about.
Yeah, is what.
Those stories
I
and
know.
those relationships,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
kid coming back and
Yeah.
unfortunately hurt himself.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll be able.
He came back to
the
win a
best part
championship.
about it is his broken leg only. Now, obviously, it was really bad.
Like Jake Butt had the ACL problem.
Exactly, that's
Yeah.
different. That changes the whole ballgame because now we're talking about a year, broken leg, 4 to 6 weeks. We're training. We're back to get back where we got to get to. So hopefully he'll be able to.
Yeah, well, we're going to have fun the next 4 weeks talking about the CFP. And you're right, Michigan can get healed, other teams can get healed. And Nick Saban having 4 weeks to prepare for a team.
Nick Saban, ex-Spartan, going against Michigan.
Yeah.
Boy, it's going to be.
Let's keep Jackson
yes,
with that.
it's
I
gonna
like
be.
the opportunity. It's out in the Rose Bowl. So we'll see what happens. We're going to break that one down a lot. But I want to get back to a more important thing to you, and near and dear to you. Michigan State Spartans, Jonathan Smith introduced this week as the new head football coach. And your buddy HB is going to be, and Courtney Hawkins are going to be retained. Is that official?
As far as I know,
They've been at least invited to come back?
They're going to be on the staff, and what I would assume Courtney, a wide receiver, is HB. I don't know exactly what his role is going to be, from what I understand. Just where I think a lot of the stuff is still going to be after they got the bowl game. So they still may have some residual people who come.
Okay.
Maybe,
they're on that Oregon State staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still got some things to work out there, but.
Well, they got. Let's just face it. For this recruiting class, this early signing, Michigan State's got a significant amount of decommitments, and I understand that because they signed up for something different. They signed up.
Sure. But they've got a lot of kids that have gotten back in.
Mel Tucker
he's reached
regime
out to,
or Harlan Barnett regime. I don't know.
Yeah, well, Smith has reached out to a lot of those kids that had decommitted, and like the one kid, the quarterback, the Hasselbeck kid, he just decommitted, but he's still, they're basically going to have to just go re-recruit these guys and show them, what they have to offer.
In college football, you got to recruit your kids literally every day because the flirtation of the portal
even
and
during
the
the
NIL.
season.
All those enticements and things like that. We've talked about that. It's a new part of your job description.
Well, Georgia just had a guy leave, how does that work? But you look at it goes, it goes back to a lot of those guys are getting in the portal. Like I said, if you're a grad transfer, hey man, more power to you.
And
You've got a degree.
You're also leaving the opportunity to come back
and go see something new. You want to see something new, you get an opportunity. Hey, more power to you.
You got your degree. You're still that's your alma mater.
The younger guys.
I don't have any problem with that.
The younger guys, like I said, be careful because if you say you're going to the portal, like I said, the coach doesn't have to keep you.
And you're sending a message.
Maybe you don't want to be there.
You're sending a message you don't want to be there, or that you're kind of thinking you might not want to be there.
Exactly.
And you want to test the waters.
So that tells them, they're going to be
like
looking
you're
for
engaged,
new guys,
but can we still date?
other people.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like you said, you got to choose wisely. So, because, the numbers don't lie. Those kids that get in that portal, a lot of them end up still in that portal.
Yeah.
Or going
Well, they're
down
orphaned
to
in the portal. They got no place to go.
End up going to places that they, dropping down
And
to
they get
mid-major or
downgrades.
D2 or
Oh,
whatever. And it's
yeah.
like, that full ride looked a whole lot better right now on all the free academic tutoring and.
Grass is always greener sometimes. You think that mentality, but so I mean, let's get back to Jonathan Smith. I mean, everybody wins the press conference. I mean, did he win the press conference in your eyes? I mean, and you're really close to the program. I mean, and it's way early, so it's probably an unfair question. But what do you think of the hire?
I mean, like
it's not a convincing look from
you. The proof gonna be in the pudding.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta get in here and win. So they got a lot of other
How
things.
soon are
they
you
gotta
giving?
figure out.
How soon? What's the Kerry Keyton, former player, criteria? What does he want to see next year as a litmus test that Jonathan Smith is heading in the right direction?
We got to be competitive, first of all. You got.
So what does that mean? How many
500 or
games?
better, at least,
500
or better. I mean, that's
500 minimum.
At minimum. Because with the portal and all that, you could go get guys.
Okay.
You could go get players and bring them in.
Okay, so you don't have that. The covered bear thing doesn't work with you as far as because of the portal.
He has the young kid going in that kind of, but he's from Georgia, so I mean I can understand that because he's really good. Number 9, Zion Young. If maybe hope we get him back, but there's a lot of the young guys that aren't in there, and we have the freshmen and sophomores out there. There's some really good football players, so we got to make sure we keep them, and then the class we got with Dick Marsh and them.
That's a good get.
He's recommitted. And he's recruiting those other guys. Right. So then we got to go get some more. Now we get the quarterback to come from Oregon State, Childs.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have no quarterback. So that's
you don't have any scholarship.
Nobody.
But I mean, it doesn't matter right now. I mean, you got camp doesn't open until spring for a long time, and you got off-season training. I mean, you can get by with. You gotta get a quarterback though.
Got to get a quarterback. You have and
it
one
starts
that knows
tomorrow,
the system
December
makes
4th.
things a lot
the
easier.
portal is open.
Yes,
so, and that's 30 days. So this is going to be a developing story in Michigan State football.
And then you got the Dante Moore kid that just got back in, so now he's in play.
And you got to compete with other schools for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, it's a 30-day crapshoot to. We said where the smoke lays, but he's got to get it. His little interview that he did at the basketball game, whatever, that was kind of like he's not going to like your man's in Indiana.
Oh, the JMU coach. The JMU coach says, I can't think of the guy's name.
Suck.
He comes in, Purdue sucks.
Michigan sucks.
Michigan sucks. Ohio State sucks. I mean, dude, you're what, 3-9? You're coming off 3-9. I mean, you're Indiana. Do you realize that Indiana, the season ticket holders that have for football, the only reason they're season ticket holders, that is a requirement to be a season ticket holder for basketball, the holy grail at IU and Bloomington. So
I did not know that. That's
why. That's the only reason they're there, dude. So don't be talking smack.
So, but I don't think his personality is.
He's trying to galvanize his program.
Yeah. But I'm talking about Smith. His personality is not. He's not going to come in and win that.
No,
that's just not him. He's not a rah-rah kind of.
No,
Here.
Well, yeah, very. You're not. Yeah, absolutely.
You're not going to get that. So
I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean, I like what he took that program at Oregon State, he was 1-11, and then took it from there and
absolutely
bracketed
and like we talked about, the only thing really to do with Corvallis is ski.
Yeah,
and not much else. And he got kids to come there.
Dealing with Oregon. But I think that the parallel Oregon State, with chip on the shoulder to Oregon, Michigan State chip on the shoulder to Michigan, that's relatability.
Absolutely.
And he made it work. I mean, he competed. Hey, he seemed like a good guy, you know.
He's not going to cause any problems.
Yeah.
He's not going to be in the media issues and any of that kind of stuff. He's coming here to coach football.
Yeah.
And
wholesome family there.
Let's just do what we got to do to win football games.
There you go. All right.
That'll be the plan.
Yeah. So anyway, he's Kerry Keyton. I'm Tom Crawford. Every week we break down football. We do leadership and coaching and teaching because Kerry's been doing it for 32 years. I want to invite all our people to watch our videos at Tom's Take Community on our YouTube channel and also Tom's Take Community on Facebook. Because a lot of people are not on Facebook. You can follow it on YouTube. And every Sunday we post and we try to make it entertaining. He's an entertaining dude. And my condolences. You're losing Big Jim this past week. His father, who was a legend, an absolute legend in this town as a leader of our community and helper of young. So my condolences out to you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, until next time, Coach Keyton and Crawford here on the Crawford Podcasting Network. Stay safe.
Go great.
Go blue.